Peace, YouTube family. This your brother Tazamak. We're growing with Tazamak. Um, I decided to go ahead and harvest some stuff tonight because, as you can see, it's pretty bunched up over here. So I'm just gonna go ahead. That's some kale right there. Should have brought me like a container or something out to put it all in. But yeah, that's two pieces of kale right there. So you can see, how with a little bit of patience you can have your own food. I got a whole big kale plant, and it gives me, like, I could take food off of here like probably every week or two if I really wanted to. That's how much they grow. That's two more I just pulled off. All right, so I got a bunch of kale. Let me go ahead and see that whole big bunch of kale right there. And I still have more that I can pull off because I don't want it to bunch up the tomatoes too much, and I messed around and grew them too close together. There's another kale. All right, that's a handful of kale. Sorry, these mosquitoes out here tearing me up. But yeah, that's a hand. You see how much kale that is. Just ripping about five of them off. I'm gonna just go ahead and sit these down. Just sit it on top of my other plant right quick, so I don't gotta put them on the floor, on the ground or nothing. See, like I said, they got my little babies, and I got one right there, and this big one, like it got. Just trying to get my son to show. You see all these, how big these tomatoes are. That's two big ones right there, just waiting for them to get ripe, and they're getting so heavy that the poles I put out here not even hold them up. That's a few more. Even a few more right there with a little baby one in there. So it's a nice amount of them. I just gotta find some strong enough sticks to hold them up, and then I'm gonna pick probably, let me see, I may pick a couple more pieces of kale. I still haven't found out what this is. This thing here, some kind of herb, but it's a whole little tree. I got about 3 of these growing. Yeah, I don't know what that is. We'll find out though. So, a couple more. You see how big they are. All right, and I wasn't even trying to break that one off. It just came off because there's so much stuff over here. Just trying to lift it up and it just broke off on me. Sorry though. So you see that whole little bunch I just picked right out the yard. So that's my brother Led 73 say, man, grow your own, eat your own. And you look at this, like I want to walk in here for this one. I'm just gonna try to step right over into the garden because I want to get up close for this. Like, these are greens, collard greens, I believe. But it's like a whole bunch of, I'm sorry, you probably can't really see, it's kind of dark out here, but I'm gonna harvest them. and show them to you when I get in the house. And it's a lot. You know, I can make a whole pot of greens with these. And it's been about, what, maybe 2 weeks since I picked some of those. And you can see all of those big green leaves, right? And I still have more than and it's still, look, it's still a bunch of them on there. And I believe they get bigger. So, you know, like I say, with a little, only take a couple of dollars. What this is here. Like I say, I was just posting stuff in here. Honestly, I know I got some rosemary growing in here. Some corn, that's a baby corn. There's a big corn over there that's ready to be picked. Okay, family, peace. So, I'm just gonna move these over here. Now, that's just one green leaf out of the garden, right? Two, that one's even bigger. And mind you, I've already harvested off of this same plant about 3 times, right? That's 3, that's enough for a nice size pot right there, if it's just for a couple people. 4, 5, another nice size one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, decent size. See how big that bundle is, and that's enough for a nice size pot of greens. And then we got the kale, right? One nice size one. And kale is so good for you. You got a lot of vitamin K in it, which is good for the skin and hair growth and nails and all that. That's 2, 3. That one's a little tore, but 4, 5, 6, all nice size ones. 7, 8, 9, 10. And mind you, both of those plants still have leaves on them, and they're just going to continue to grow. All you got to do is break this off, make sure you don't take the whole stem off when you break these off, and it's just going to grow back. I'll give it about 2 or 3 weeks. I have ones bigger than this again, maybe 2, even 2 weeks. So let me show you off. This is all I did. I didn't grow this. I want to grow this lavender, so I can put lavender in my own tub instead of getting lavender from the store. You know, help you relax. The carrots, I didn't do any of those, but this is beets. I had some of those that I put out already, and I bought all of these from like Drug Mart, Walmart, the purple beans. Bought those for like $2, right? And it's enough of in there to grow about 15, 20 plants. All you gotta do is have patience. It don't take much. You know, we spend money on Netflix, overspending on shoes, overspending on junk food. When we could take them same couple of dollars and buy stuff like this, and just have to be patient for a couple of months and reap the benefits, you know. And it'll feed our family for a while. You could even grow this, even if you stay in like CMHA or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If it's one of those ones, you got an apartment, you got a little porch. You know, you could even sit them in your window. You know what I'm saying? It don't even have to be directly outside. You can have your window open a little bit. Just make sure to get that sun, or just sit them outside during the day. Bring them in the house at night. You know what I'm saying? However you have to do it, or even see if you got a family member that'll let you do it at their house. You know, the Most High just bless me, you know, and bless me in my Asha where we have a place where we can do this. You know, that was cabbage. Zucchini, I just put with a major big one of those. And the plant is big. And all you need, this little seed, right? Like the scriptures say, faith of a mustard seed, right? And it'll expand into a great tree. The mustard seed, I believe they say, is one of the biggest trees, and it's like the smallest seed. Like, it doesn't take much to grow. You know what I'm saying? Just like we do. Excuse me. Just like we do. When that process is going on, and the man puts a seed in his wife. It's no different from us putting this seed into the ground. Same process. But yeah, you know, and all those big leaves you see out there that I have out there come from this, right? And I hope I got a couple of basil left, because I actually ended up giving my basil plants. I gave one to my mother and one to one of my sisters, and I believe I gave my father one. So, you know, me being who I am, like even with these, see how small those seeds, see how little those seeds are in there, those basil seeds, and they become big plants like that, just one of them, right? Even the thyme, this is the one I have outside growing in the grass. For some reason, I can't get this broccoli to act right though. I'm gonna have to look more into that. But, you know, just, and I didn't start that until, I didn't plant my seeds until June, which is 2 months after you were technically supposed to plant them, because it tells you you can start this indoors 2 weeks before frost, you know, before 2 weeks before last frost, right? So 2 weeks before the weather is finna change from, you know, being real cold to starting to warm up. And it takes 45 days to mature. So you figure this zucchini that I have out there, it said it take 45 days, and I literally did grow that about, like I said, in June, July, August. We in August, 2 months. So that's a little bit after the 45, but I've got 2 zucchinis off there so far, 2, maybe 3. So, you know, definitely, like, if we could start growing and plant the seeds in what, maybe late March, early April, you have about, let's say late March, April, May, June, July, August, September. You get 6 whole months. You get plenty of time to grow and harvest, maybe even a couple of times by that time. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely worth it. I would suggest it if you are able to. Like, you can feed your own family for pennies and patience, instead of going to the grocery store spending every penny you get, because you can buy the vegetables, then if you don't eat them in a certain time, they go bad, and you got to buy them again. When you can just have them on a plant, go get them when you need them, and still have them sitting there being fresh instead of going to the store and wasting them and wasting your money. You know, so peace, and hope this is helpful to somebody.